Good evening, everybody. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah. Good evening, y'all. As always, it's a pleasure. It's an honor. And it's always a thrill to be able to continue to get on here as much as I can, to continue to finish and continue to commit, but also continue to non-stop continue to keep making everything possible with this gift of mine. But beyond that, man, I just pray and hope everybody's Wednesday has been blessed. Pray and hope everybody has been truly enjoying themselves. But not only that, but I want to send some special birthday love out to my cousin whose birthday is today. He's the big 3-0 today. Man, happy birthday to you, fam. And hey, just claiming many more years to come. But beyond that, man, for tonight, y'all, I got a good message for you. I hope y'all ready. Hope y'all excited. Excuse me. Excuse me. But I hope y'all ready. Hope y'all excited because, hey, we finna get this title top 10. Praying and hoping that y'all ready for some motivation. Because I'm ready to give it to y'all. And hey, by the grace of God, I'm ready to influence any and everybody that's tuning in and listening tonight. So, hey, finna go on and get the title in. And hey, as always, take your time and do your thing. All right. So, as we can all see the title, it reads, all right, well, hey, thank you for joining me tonight there. God bless you. Appreciate you for joining me. Pray and hope that AJB19, pray that your week has been blessed and pray and claim nothing but good and glorious things for you. But, of course, as you all can see the title, do not eventually do something, but immediately make everything happen. So, one thing's for certain that you should always do is not always do things eventually, but immediately. And in terms of me saying that, meaning that don't always feel like you have to, that eventually you're going to do something when knowing that you need to go ahead and just continue to do it as possible. Because see, eventually is like I've always stated before, it's like maybe, later on, sometime, next time, or, maybe. But then think about it. If that's all it's going to be is eventually, then what is the point of you eventually trying to make something happen if you're not going to go forward with it right then and there? But then also think to yourself, why would you want to eventually do something when knowing that you should immediately make every opportunity as well as every purpose or any and everything else that you do in life? Why not make it happen right then and there or now? What is the reason of continuing to push off an opportunity that is a slim to none, meaning that it's a once in a lifetime chance that you have? Why would you intend to push those opportunities further back by eventually wanting to do it instead of immediately making the efforts and the actions to go forward with it? Do you know that the best thing you could ever do is to make things happen right then and now versus later on or never? Because that's one thing that's for certain, is if you don't want to make it happen immediately, then you cannot immediately expect things to come through in your life if you're not going to take them seriously or you're not going to be worthy enough to do what it takes. Because everybody in the world will often say, oh, I'm going to eventually do this, I'm going to eventually do that, but eventually never comes around. And the reason I say eventually never comes around is because they're not eventually going to do it. They're steady talking about how they're immediately going to eventually do it, but they're eventually not going to do it is because they're eventually not going to make it happen. And they're doing it is because, once again, they're talking about doing it when knowing that they're not going to take the efforts or the risk or the actions to do it. Do you know anybody in the world could turn around and tell you something? Oh, I'm gonna eventually give you what? No, I'm gonna eventually give you your money back, man. Or girl, I got you. But you wanna know what's funny? Eventually, it will never come around because you wanna know why? All they're gonna continue to do is tell you, oh, eventually this, or I promise eventually I'm gonna turn around and get this, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna give you back this, or I'm gonna eventually turn around and do this or that. No, they not. So don't allow the words of eventually to give you false hope or promises. But don't eventually promise something if you're not going to do what it takes. And this is something that you have to acknowledge within yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. If you're not going to take what you've been given in life or what you want out of life, if you're not going to take it seriously or truly do whatever it takes, then you can't be upset when you don't immediately get what you want. Because God does not reward those who aren't really willing to do what it takes. And I'm not saying that God does not reward anybody. No, he rewards us. But the only time he rewards us is when he sees that we're actually doing whatever, through all means necessary, that we're doing whatever it takes. And this is something that we all have to acknowledge. Even myself. If I didn't eventually turn around and do whatever it took to continue to keep doing this day in, day out, and continue to make the effort and take those steps through 8 years strong of doing this, I'm telling y'all, and actually, what y'all just don't know is with it being in the month of April, like I said, I've been doing this for over 8 years. 6 years here on Instagram, 2 years, of course, within May 23rd of this year will be 2 years through YouTube. So I had to up my platform. So I had to stop using just one and start to multitask and use both of them to collaborate and to be able to put two things into one. So like I said, come this month of the 12th, that will be 6 long years I've been doing this motivational influencing. I've been doing this for 6 years here on Instagram. And I'm grateful for it. Because since the 12th of this month of 2016, from the first time I did my introduction video, I did not know that after doing that video, all that was going to do and all God was going to allow me to realize, that was just the steps to get there. And I'm telling you all, it never got any easier for me. But that's how life is. Life is never considered easy. You have to sometimes go through the hard times and the hardships in your situations or your circumstances. You have to go through them in order for you to finally acknowledge the abilities that, oh, wow, is this what it takes to be able to do something? But this is something that you also have to understand and realize. You're not immediately going to receive everything right off the back. Because see, the timing of it all, the commitment that you make, the testing of your patience. This is something that we all face, where there's two sides to this. Where God's he's going to test you, and Satan's going to test you. But this is the thing that you have to acknowledge between the two of them. Not only just their voices, but how you acknowledge the things between the two. See, Satan will promise you something. But see, Satan is the eventually. Whereas God is the immediately. Meaning that Satan's going to eventually say, oh, I'm going to give you something. Just come on my side. I got you. I promise I'll give you anything you ever could think of. God can't do that to you, because think about it. Look at what he's doing to you now. You've been praying and praying for this, but you got to think those are mind tricks. That's all Satan's ever known for doing. He plays mind tricks on us. But he also manipulates people into understanding that, oh, I'm far more better than God. Because see, God's going to try to punish you. But see, what you don't realize now, God ain't punishing you. God putting you through the same tasks and tests that so-called old boy's been trying to do over many decades and many, many years. But this is something that you all have to acknowledge and understand. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry guys, but like I was saying, whereas God will turn around, He will put you through situations, but what He's doing is that when you immediately ask Him for something, He's already putting it in effect, meaning it's already in motion for you to do it. But see, this is where the task and the test comes in. It's how well you maintain your composure. Your composure, meaning the commitment that you're trying to go forward with. Are you really going to go through with it? Because see, I'm going to tell you right here now, if you're not going to do it, then that's the hard thing you're going to deal with. You're going to see the same results in the same situation that you've been continuing to pray about, but you just won't get it. The only time you will ever get something or you receive something from God is when He sees that your effort and your actions match the commitment that you're making. But also, you got to be determined. If you're not determined to do something, then guess what? What are you really determined to make out of your life? But think to yourself at the same time, why would you eventually wait for 30, 40, 50 years later of making something that could have already been started? You could have started this, but because you chose not to, so eventually all you did for the remainder of your life from not only at birth, all you've done was continue to step by step acknowledge something. Step by step, see it. Step by step, talk about it. Step by step, eventually talk and make things happen. But then eventually when it got harder, when you got close, that's when you quit. You mean to tell me you're going to quit? You're going to stop when you're right there. Why didn't you stop doing that when you had the opportunity when you started? See, I can understand if you're going to get, when things get difficult and hard when you start. But the thing that still blows my mind and continues to throw all of us off is that it's true. Some of us out there will eventually turn around and stop doing and putting all the actions and the efforts to make every immediate opportunity possible. We will stop in the midst of the middle when no, we're about halfway there to the end. And we're going to finally get there. But the problem is, in the midst of this part right here, when we get about right here, that's when some of y'all or some of us run back. So you mean to tell me you made it past the starting line to only run back towards it? So What you're saying is you don't want your opportunity. You're saying, oh, eventually I'm going to turn around and do this. I'm just not ready for it. Well, then when will you be ready for it? Huh? When it's too late? When will you be ready for it? When it's all over? When will you be ready for it? I'm going to tell you when you need to be ready for it. You need to be ready for it right now. If you're not doing something now, as far as something worth being happy to do or thrilled to follow through with it, if you're not happy to do that, I'm telling you, all you are doing is settling for the American dream of being disappointed. And if you're not disappointed now where you are or what you're doing now, if it does not bring joy, positivity, or encouragement into your life to keep on going, then obviously you're not in the right place or you're not doing the right stuff. And I say this is because this is something you have to understand. The world is not always going to be sweet and kind and full of happy things. No, you're going to feel some situations in your life where it's going to get difficult. You're going to finally feel something within your life that you're going to eventually have to say, you know what? I've been pushing these opportunities back further and further. So instead of me actually doing something about it and actually committing to it, all I'm doing is losing the focus in the midst of everything that I've had put in front of me. I've been losing focus and been too distracted and feeling like, oh my gosh, every time I seem like I'm getting closer to something, that all I'm doing is I'm continuing to let myself down. Well, yes, that's what you are doing. All right, appreciate you there, little bro. I appreciate you for joining me tonight, man. Hey, much love to you. Hey, I hope you're doing well. And hey, pray to tell you I'm proud of you, Darian, man. Hey, just continue to keep it up, man. Much love to you, bro. But like I was saying, just understand. Stop always wanting to eventually do something. Why do you always have to eventually do something instead of just going forward with it? See, think about it. Those who are really willing to do all of what it takes to get what they're wanting out of life, but also what it is that they're determined to see and acknowledge. You know the difference between them and the others who don't? It's because the ones who don't, they intend to quit. Far as those who will, they'll keep going no matter how difficult, no matter how hard, no matter how depressing, no matter how upsetting it may get for them. But they've already put it within their mind. I've already started. I might as well go on and finish it. But something else that most people forget is that the start of anything you do, that's the simple part. And I've talked about this a lot, but it's facts. The start of something, that's the simple part. It's the maintaining part that's hard. Because see, think about it. When you start something and when you put time, when you put days, weeks, months, years, and time after time of doing something and wanting to see something extraordinary in your life change, when you do something like that and you go to the lengths to do it, when you understand that, okay, well, you know what? Although I have not gotten this, I can't stop now. I cannot stop now because I've come too far within this point of my life to just sit right here and just say, ugh. But why throw it down? Why push yourself further and further away from it? Why would you intend to turn around? And I repeat, to turn around and throw away all of what your life is being promised. Why throw it all away for a temporary moment in your life to just only be where it is? And think about it. When it comes to jobs, what we have to continue to remember is that those jobs are stepping stools. They're stepping stones, meaning that each part of your time where you are within that job or within that time of your life of you doing something, Those are times that and moments in your life that you're adding on to. But the thing is, if you're gonna stop, the best chances you have of stopping, which you shouldn't stop at all. That's the point of it. You shouldn't stop at all. But the problem is that some of us do stop, or some of you all do stop, because you haven't immediately received what it is that you feel that, oh, well, I've done all I can with this. I've done this, I've done that, but I still haven't received what I want because your actions, or and your effort, they not standing for something. You're not really wanting to do this. You're only wanting to do it because it looks good, not because it feels good. You're not doing it because, once again, it's a chance of opportunity for change, but you just want to change the circumstances that you're in. That's something that you got to understand and realize. Stop wanting to change things in your life if you're not wanting to really make the changes. And I mean, that's in anything, whether it's career choices, falling in love, being able to befriend somebody or talk to somebody. If you're not really willing to make some adjustments, some improvements in your life, if you will not, or if you cannot do it, this is something that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with the fact that it's not going to happen. 2, you will have no idea what you're capable of doing because you're not taking the efforts and the abilities of what you're meant for. You're not taking it serious. 3, every time you get somewhere, you stop. You quit. 4, you allow excuses to be used like a crutch. You're leaning on excuses and problems in your life. You're using them as a crutch to lean on, as to, reliable weight. You can't do this. Oh, I can't walk on that. It hurts. Life hurts. But why not allow that hurt and that pain that you've been going through, why not allow it to decrease instead of increase? Because see, when you're decreasing pain, meaning you're allowing the pain to not only smooth itself out, but to make it less irritating. I'm going to give you guys a prime example. And of course, you've all heard me talk about this before in my lifetime. My stress fracture in my right ankle. From the moment I found out about that injury, I was blown away because I didn't know what a stress fracture was. But as time has gone on, that part of my foot, it is healed, but trust me, I still feel the pain. So which means that I'm not completely not going to feel pain behind it, because that pain that I'm feeling is called inflammation. So inflammation flares up in my right ankle. And the funny thing is, I'm a right-handed man, but everything I do is with my right hand. Now, every now and then I can try to switch up a few things, with my left. I can do pretty well with my left hand. But, that's something I had to turn around and learn how to do. Learn how to do certain things with my left hand and not always continue to rely on my right hand. Now, yes, I'm right-handed, but sometimes I would often do anything, even if it's like, cleaning. I do everything with both hands, not just relying on just one all the time. But that's something that you all face. You'll face some pain in your life. But it's how you also deal with that pain. If you're not going to if you're not going to decrease the pain or the situations that you've been going through in your life, if you're not going to decrease it, then all you're going to do is continue to increase those moments in your life to only put you down, make you feel less important, but also it's going to allow you to feel like, once again, what you do in life is ridiculous. When that's not the case. When you have something in your life worth going out for, do everything. And I mean immediately do everything and all things you can within your lifetime. Because I'm telling you all, this life we live in, we got only one lifespan. One. So what would you allow your lifespan to be represented as? Something that you thought about doing, but you never took the time to? Or something that you could see yourself and envision you doing it, but you didn't want to take the steps or the risk to do it? But this is something that's most important. If you are wanting something extraordinary in your life to change, you have to do it in order for it to mean something. Because see, if you can't turn around and step up, you can't allow the steps of your life to be better if you're not going to, by all means necessary, do whatever it takes. There's so many of you all out there, and I understand where you're coming from, that you're getting weary because you're worried about how are you sure that this opportunity is going to work out. I ask myself that many occasions, even with this gift now. I did not even see myself doing this. But when, like I've said before, when the last two opportunities were pretty much out of the picture, I had to find something. But also I was truly determined to see, hey, I gotta do something, man. Because see, working, yeah, it's great. It's a great opportunity. But only when you actually have the proper attitude and you have the proper excitement to what you do. Meaning whatever it is that you're doing, if it does not bring joy or happiness in your life, then guess what? You're not really enjoying it. You're just dealing with it. As far as when you enjoy something, you're excited about it. You're ecstatic. You're thrilled to turn around and do whatever it takes. Every day you get up, boom, boy, I don't know what today's going to turn out for me, but I'm ready for it. I know that much. And that's another thing. Your attitude got to be on point. If your attitude does not match your inner peace or does not add on to what it is that you got going for you, if it does not improve, I'm telling you all right here and now, all you will intend to do, and I repeat, all you will intend to do is sit back. You're sitting back watching everybody else live out an opportunity of theirs, but you're sitting back making excuses about yours as if you don't have anything to offer. Who told you that? Who told you that what you're doing in life does not matter? Who told you that at this some point in your life that no matter what you got going on for yourself, that it will not work out? That's a lie. Excuse me. Because see, if it's a lie, then it means when you envision something, it's just an image of your reality. But that image of your reality of what you are envisioning and what you see, it can be just more than just a dream or an image. It can be a full-on reality to something possible. But think about it, it's unknown as to when the opportunity is going to come. But all you can do is continue to follow through with it and just do whatever it takes. And I say this, guys, like I'm finna get off. Like I said, I got another big day ahead of me at work. I just wanted to hop on here tonight. But like I said, I'm gonna do everything I can tomorrow to keep the ball rolling, man. Because like I said, this is a determined thing I'm willing to go forward with. I'm going all out to do whatever it takes nonstop as I've been doing. Because I'm telling you all, this is only going to grow. And I guarantee you anything that you do in life or that you start will grow. Excuse me, sorry, but it will grow. And once it starts to grow, it's going to sprout. And when it sprouts, it's going to extend its level of growth, and it's going to go through certain changes and stages within your life. And then once you start to continue to keep doing it for over so long, you'll finally have exactly what they call the tree of opportunities. Your branches will be stronger. The pathway for you will be even better. Now I'm telling you guys this because I know it's true. I know it for a fact. I know it's true. But hey, man, I just wanted to hop on here just for the moment. I thank everyone who's listened, who's been listening. And of course, everybody who got a chance to jump in, thank you. Pray and claim nothing but more blessings and opportunities on top of that, or whatever it is that you're already doing or accomplishing. I'm praying and claiming so much more for you. And not only that, but hey, guarantee you all, anybody who was wanting to jump in, but was just tuning in and listening, thank you. And I'm claiming those same exact things for you all too, because hey, I know that everybody in this world has the opportunity to change something in their lives. But you will only be able to change it if you're really willing to do whatever it takes. But besides that, guys, I pray hope y'all ready for tomorrow's live, because I'm ready to continue to keep the ball rolling. I don't know about you guys, but hey, like I said, as I told you guys before, these steps are only going to grow. Not only for me, but I guarantee you all, this type of motivation is going to not only expand, but I guarantee you all going to get ready to see some things in your life unknown happen. But when they are unknown, that's the best thing of all. It's because you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you're still willing to find out how so. You're still going to go through with the chances of doing whatever it takes. And I guarantee you all, when you do, your life, the possibilities, anything and everything else you got going on for you, I promise you, you're going to see something in your life not only be possible, but if you start it, continue to maintain your level of composure. Continue to maintain your determination and your inner peace. Continue to maintain your commitment to not only not quit, but follow through with what it is that others won't follow through with. Continue to do everything the right way. Continue to do everything that you know that God has given you the privilege and the ability to do it. But I'm here to tell you guys, like I said, when you get off, when I get off this live, or when you go to bed tonight, really take heed to what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying to you all. We got too much in this world to offer. We got too many opportunities worth accomplishing that we're not truly taking serious. But besides that, man, hey, you all have a wonderful and blessed evening. Pray and hope that nothing but great things continue to come through for all of you all this year. And whatever else that you've been praying about, I'm claiming it as I throw my hands up. I know that God is getting ready to change your life. But you have to be patient with the plan that He has for you. Continue to commit to it. But also understand and realize that, hey, no matter how difficult it and no matter how hard it turns out for you, you don't stop. But make every immediate opportunity a permanent opportunity instead of an eventually or a temporary moment in your lifetime. I mean, that's straight up. But you all have a wonderful evening. Sleep well tonight. Keep dreaming, thinking big, aiming higher, and continue to always know that once again, God did not put you on this earth for you to be going around and have you going around going through something just for you just to continue to feel like there's nothing else into it. You all have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. And as always, stay blessed, do your best, and as always, let God continue to take care of the rest. Have a wonderful evening.